Students, can you guys stand up, please? Okay. All right, so when I say A, you clap once. A, clap once. When I say B, you clap twice. When I say C, you clap thrice. Then when I say D, you clap 4 times. Okay, so when I say the letter, it's going to be very fast. When I say the letter, you clap based on that. A, B, C, D, A, B, D, C, D, B, 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 B. Thank you very much. Have your seat. All right, my presentation is up. Once again, my name is Nneoma Ituma, and I will be speaking on academic excellence. Okay. Okay, so I don't know if you can see, there are 2 pictures up on the presentation. Can you all see the pictures? Can you see it? Okay, there are pictures of 2 cakes. So I want someone to volunteer. If today was your birthday and you wanted a cake, so which of the cakes would you want? Would you want the first cake or the second cake for your birthday? Can you see the pictures? Who wants to volunteer to come and tell me which cake you would want? Okay. You want the first or the second? The second cake. How many people want the second cake? Raise your hand. Can you see the pictures? All right. Okay, then the second slide. The next slide, please. Okay, so there are 2 cars up here. How many people know a Range Rover here? Do you know a Range Rover? Okay, then you know a Toyota RAV4. So how many people would prefer the Range Rover to the other car, or you prefer the other car to the Range Rover? I want a guy to answer. Any guy, anybody, which do you prefer? No, one person should just answer. Yeah, okay, good. Come on, don't be shy. Which of them? Okay, yeah, tell me, yes. You said? Okay, he picks the Range Rover. Okay. So the next slide. Why am I asking you to pick between cakes and cars? My point is, everybody prefers an excellent choice over a normal choice. The first picture had 2 cakes. It was just a bland cake, a normal cake. I don't think anybody makes cakes like that anymore. Then the second picture had a very beautiful cake with Maltesers, all these really nice things that we like to see on cakes. So the same thing as students. I believe we have a teacher in the house, ma. Yes. So I think, if I'm not wrong, if I say we obviously pick an excellent student over a normal student. So why do we as students prefer being normal? Why don't we go the extra mile to be excellent? That is my question. So what is excellence? Excellence is a talent or quality which is unusually good. You're not just good, you're unusually good. And surpasses ordinary standards. Ordinary standard, there's normal, and then there's like really good. And it says excellence is possessing an outstanding quality. We've spoken about this word severally here today, outstanding quality. Or a superior merit, being remarkably good. You're not just good, you're not just, so that's like we have good, better, best. There's a best and there's a good. Okay? Am I too fast? Okay, I'll take it easy. Maybe you should take it back. Okay, we can make some notes. Okay. Can I move on? All right. So, academic excellence involves a conscious decision and supporting actions. It is never accidental. So, you don't just wake up one morning and you come first position. You don't just wake up one morning and you have 9 A's. You don't just wake up one morning and you score 399 over 400 in JAMB. It involves a conscious decision. You have told yourself, I, Adamu, I choose to be excellent. I want to be excellent. That is the beginning of academic excellence. There's a choice to be excellent. It is not, it doesn't happen to you by accident. You don't just check your report card on report card day and you realize that, oh my God, I came first position. You didn't read, you didn't do anything. It doesn't happen like that. Okay, so the next slide. It says, little steps and actions continuously over time results in academic excellence. Practice makes perfection. The little things you do, like James said earlier, you know you are meant to read your books. You know you're meant to do your homework. You know you are meant to attend classes. We all know these things. But what makes someone excellent and what doesn't make the other person excellent? It's his actions. One person has done what he's meant to do, what he's supposed to do. And the other person has probably not been consistently doing what he should do or has been nonchalant about it. So the first one says in-depth study. Your teacher comes to class, teaches you maybe simultaneous equation, mathematics, and then you go home. You take your textbook, New General Mathematics, you sit down, you solve the questions, you study, you go the extra mile, you get your textbooks, you do all you should do after your teacher has left the class. Next one. Class attendance. If you do not attend class, how do you know? How do you get the understanding, the basic understanding? The point of going to school is that you go to school and your teacher teaches you the topic, teaches you the subject. So you have a first understanding. Then when you go to do your own study, you already know, okay, this is what simultaneous equations look like. This is what the answer should be when I solve my questions, or I'm supposed to solve in this line, or I'm supposed to, you already know the process on how to get it done. So attending class is what helps you understand better the topic before you then do your study. Then do your assignments well. In secondary school, there's this maybe government class. Your government teacher comes and says, hello class, after teaching, he gives you an assignment and says, submit this assignment next week Tuesday. And then it's Monday today, and you're meant to submit the assignment next week. And then you put your notebook in your bag and you go home. And then next week, Monday, you remember, oh my God, I'm supposed to submit my government assignment tomorrow. And you call your friend, Nkechi, come, please let me copy. You start going up and down. You copy from this one, you copy from this one, you do this, you keep jumping up and down. You had a week to do your assignment. What is the point of an assignment? It's for you to have a better understanding of the topic. So if he teaches you something and he says, what is this? Or maybe get some information based on the topic that has been taught. The idea of the assignment is to make you go do more work, read more, understand. So when you start copying from your friend because you're out of time, it defeats the point of the assignment, which is to make you understand more. So doing your assignments well, making sure that when you are given an assignment, you take your time, you do it, and you submit it at the right time. Then impactful group study. How many people have friends that they like to read with here? Just raise your hand. Maybe one person or two people. There are some people that read in groups. So maybe you have 3 friends that when a teacher teaches the subject, maybe during the weekends on Saturday, you guys just sit and talk about what has gone on in class and the different topics that you've learned during the week. So group study is also very helpful in academic excellence. Then time management. When you get back from school, what do you do? Who wants to tell me what the person does after school? I want somebody. Hello? Yeah. Can you come and tell me what you do after school? Yes. So tell me your name and tell me what you do when you get home from school.
My name is Mafolashere Grace. Mafolashere Grace. When I come back from school, firstly I will rest. After resting, I will take my food. And after eating, I will do my assignments. And after my assignments, I will read. What is the time for? When it get time for doing the house chores, maybe cooking or other things, I will do it.
Thank you very much. Clap for her. Okay, so time management. When Mafola gets back from school, she knows that at a certain time, maybe her mom calls her and she's meant to go and help with the chores and stuff. So if she comes back from school, she takes off her uniform, she eats her food, and she goes to play. And she plays till it's dark, and her mom calls her to, to help with the chores. What has she done? She has wasted her time. She could have, like she said, done her homework, maybe read a little, and then helped with the chores. But my point is, we have time allocated to every one of us every day. We have 24 hours. So if you don't manage your time well, you realize that, okay, well, if you don't know, okay, within this time I should play, within this time I should read, within this time I should do my homework, you'd have issues. Academic excellence is built on time management. So the next one, seeking the advice of older colleagues. So, how many people are in SS2 here? SS2. Okay, how many people are in SS3 here? Good. So you have some people in SS3 and maybe you're in SS2. There are people that have done courses ahead of you. Maybe someone teaches government class, mathematics, English. We have different teachers that have different methods. Maybe your math teacher likes you to solve, show your workings one by one, and then show your answer. So when you ask someone that is in the class ahead of you that has been taught by that teacher, the person will tell you that, oh, for your test, you should show your workings very well and show the answer. The teacher doesn't like you showing only your answer. She likes you showing your workings. So when you ask somebody that has been in the class before you, they will tell you, okay, the government teacher likes you to put dates in your assignment in 1972, in 1953. When you speak to somebody that has gone ahead of you, the person can guide you and tell you easy ways or easy things that you can do to achieve excellence in your class. Then the next one, set goals for each term. When you come into a new term or a new semester, however, you set goals for that term. What I mean is, you write down. We all do mathematics. Mathematics, I want to get, at least, I want to get a 70. I want to get an A in maths. I want to get an A in English. How many of you actually take time to write that down? It's very, very important because it will guide you. For example, you say, maths, I want to get an A. Maybe English, I'm not great, so I would aim for a B. Then maybe economics, I want to get an A. So you write all of these things down. You put it somewhere in your house or somewhere, maybe on your locker in school, and you look at it all of the time to remind you. So maybe, do you people do continuous assessment tests? Do they give you tests and all of that? And you know that, okay, my test is over 10. If I do first test over 10, if I do second test over 10, if I do my assignment well over 10, you now say, okay, I want to have at least an 8 in all of my tests and my assignments. So over 30. If I have at least an 8, I'll get 24. And then my assignment that is over 70, if I get at least a 50, that means 50 plus 24. What's that? 74. That is an A. So you'll be the one to set your goals and set your plans to achieve them. Then proper preparation for your test. You read. You know that exam starts in 1 month's time. You take your time to set timetables. Today I'll read this. Tomorrow I'll read this. Next tomorrow I'll read this. You read over 2 months or a month to your exam. So when it's exam time, you are not under pressure. You've read and you just revise and you go for your exam. Then the last one, when you do all of these, you achieve academic excellence. Next slide. So mediocrity is easy. It's a common choice. When you know you should do your homework, you leave it and you go and play. That is choosing not to be excellent. You know you should read your books for your exams, but you choose not to. You go and play. That is choosing mediocrity. All those little things you should do, but you don't do them. You are unconsciously refusing excellence and you are choosing to be average. Next slide. Now, how many of you fell from the sky when you came to this world? You just fell from the sky like that. You don't have any daddy or any mommy or any sister or any brother. So that is just how excellence works. I like to call these characteristics here the family members of excellence. These are the things that birth excellence. When you indulge in this, it's just very normal that you excel academically. Discipline. What tells you or what makes you go to do your homework when your friends are playing? It is discipline. Hard work. James, all over and over, he re-emphasized the need for hard work. There's no way you want to achieve academic excellence without hard work, without putting in the effort, without sitting down to actually read your books. Dedication. There are so many things you could do. There's so much, but you know that you are committed to a goal. Oh, I want to have A in maths. I want to have a B in English least. So you are committed to that goal. You know that no matter what, I am devoted to this goal and I must achieve it. Then persistence. There will be challenges. It will not be easy. But what keeps you going is persistence. So there are still some other important lessons I want you to note in this journey of excellence. So the first one, failure. Is there anybody here that has not experienced failure at any point in time? The thing about academic excellence, or the thing about success or excellence generally, is that there will be failure at some point. No matter how really good you are, or you will experience failure at some point. We all know Thomas Edison that tried inventing the light bulb. How many times? Do we know? Failure. Failure is something that is inevitable. So expect challenges, brick walls, downtimes, failure. When you fail, when maybe you have read all night for that test, and then you get a 5/10, and then you go home crying. What will make you read that subject again? The fact that you don't want to fail again. The fact that you are persistent, you are a fighter, and you don't want to give up. So I had an experience of failure sometime in my own life. While I was writing my ICANN exams at the final stage, it was meant to be 5 papers. So I attempted the 5, and then out of 5, I failed 1. Corporate reporting. I don't think I had felt so bad in a really long time. It's not, I read, I did my best, I prepared, but failure is bound to happen at some point. So what do you do after that? What did I do? I told myself that, okay, there was this story then in my university about a girl who, she had also written 4 papers out of 5. And then there was this one subject she kept writing over and over like 5 times. And I told myself, I don't want this to happen to me. I just want to write this course once and that's all. So I took my time, registered for my classes. I bought my textbooks, rewrote the exam, and I passed. What do you do when you fail? You stand up and you try again. You don't sit there. It says only those who dare to fail greatly can ever achieve greatly. Next slide, please. Next slide, please. Who knows who this is? Does anybody know? Who's that? You don't know? Does anybody watch basketball? You watch basketball. So this is Michael Jordan. He's one of the greatest basketballers of all times. Now, there's this quote of his I really like. It says, I have missed about 9,000 shots in my career. I have lost almost 30 games. 25 times I have been trusted to take the winning shot I have missed. I have failed over and over again in life, and that is why I succeed. Whoever you think about, whichever important person you see, whoever person that you see has made it, has had to fail at some point for them to learn and for them to stand up, continue, and succeed again. So next time you fail, next time you don't do well on your test, next time you do badly on your assignment, what would you do? You will try again. Say it, you would try again. So properly handle distractions. When you come back from school, there's a lot of things to do. You watch television, you could go and play, you could, all these games we do as children. You play with sticks, you make football, you post, all these things we all do. All of these are distractions. So how do you manage your distractions to achieve academic excellence? It says, be focused, prioritize, and don't major in minors. So I read this story about a man. He gave a girl a cup and told her to fill in that cup stones, sand, and calories. And now everything is meant to enter the cup. So the girl put the sand first. So the sand took up half of the cup. Then she put the stones. And then the stones filled the cup. And the calories didn't enter. But the man's instruction was fill in the cup with the sand, the stones, and the calories. So he told her it would have been better if you had put in the stones first, which is the most important here. And then you put in the calories, that's the seashells, and then you put in the sand. Because the sand inevitably will get to the base of the cup. It will pass through the stones and all of that to get there. You could try this when you go home. So, as students, what are the stones? What are the most important things you need to focus on? Your academics. Academics first. I need to do my homework. I need to read my books. Very important. The seashells, your extracurricular activities, your Jets Club, your events, your Red Cross, other important things that are necessary for your development. And then the sand, the other things you could always do, play with your friend, watch television. When you do your academics first, your extracurricular, and then the sand, no matter what, there will always be some little time to play with your friend, to watch television. But when you give that time to, the time for your work, schoolwork, to those things, you realize that there won't be time for any of that. So that is what being focused and properly handling your distraction means. So next slide. Help and assist others as much as you can. Your friend comes to you, midday, please teach me this mathematics, I don't understand. And you say, oh, go and meet Shola, she came first last time. Or go and meet Tunde, he got A in government. But how about you? Why don't you teach her? Help and assist others as much as you can. Share the little you know. Help someone to gain a better understanding. When you teach midday, when you teach the person who has come to you, it's like reiterates. It helps you remember. So there's sometimes when you're in the exam hall, and that has happened to me before, and I just realized that, oh, yeah, I remember this because I taught Tolu this the other day. So that is how it works. When you teach someone the little you know, it helps you even remember more. Next one. God's space in everything. Let God guide you. Academic excellence, you can put in all your effort. You can do all you need to do, but God will help you. Another example in my own time, when I was writing my ICANN as well, there was this subject, SFM. You know, when you get to the exam hall and you realize that, 2 questions out of the questions you're meant to pick from, you've solved them and you know the answers. You just solved it like 2 days ago. So how did you know you were going to solve it? And how did you know it was going to be there? Sometimes when you allow God to guide you, He just tells you, okay, when you're reading, just say, something just tells you, okay, go and read quadratic equations very well. Maybe you just read it very well, or just go over this question, solve it again. And then when you get to your exam hall, your teacher asks you and you just do well. Okay. Next slide. So let's look at some tales of academic excellence. Academic excellence is not something that is far-fetched. It's not something that you just hear about. People are actually doing great things. Young people like us are doing great things. Little children are doing great things. So let us see some examples. This is Ali Cynthia Chineche. She was the best student in WAEC for 2017. She had 9 A1s. How many of you want to have 9 A1s here? It is possible. She has done the same things we've said. She probably bought her past questions, took her time to read her books, do all of these things we've said here today. These things are possible if you put your mind and you put your effort to achieving it. Let's go to the next one. This is JAM this year. We have, these people here had the highest scores for JAM 2017. Onanuga Adamlola had 339 over 400. All the scores are above 300. Usuals are like 200. These are people are outstanding. They are excellent. Next one. So this is Honore de Reginald Aziza. There's this series Bella Nanja does on academic excellence. You could check it out sometime. They feature people that have been academically excellent over the years. So this guy has a first class in law from OAU. He also became the second best in Nigeria. He graduated with the first class from Nigerian Law School, and he went on to do his master's in Cambridge University in 2015 and graduated with the first class. Now listen to what he said. The first class felt good. The second felt great, but the third was outright emotional. We all know hat-trick here, football, when you score like 3 goals, you know. So it's like, all these things are possible. It's just putting your mind to it. You say, okay, BSc, I want to give my best, right? The first class, second degree, on and on like that. Academic excellence is possible. I am a tale of academic excellence. I graduated with a first class from Babcock University, accounting. It is possible if you put your mind to it. So in the end, whatever you choose to be, it's going to be your choice. To either be excellent, to be outstanding, to be exceptional, or to be normal, to be average. You might just go around, get 5 C's and pass your WAEC. Nobody cares. Or just get 9 A's and be really good and all the schools want to offer you admission. The choice is going to be yours. Which would you be? Would you be academically excellent or would you just be normal or average? Which would you be? Let me hear. So now tell your neighbor, I choose to be a diamond. Tell your neighbor, I choose to be a diamond. I choose to be academically excellent. What about you? Yeah, give yourselves a round of applause. Thank you. Who remembers my clap? A, B, D, A, D, B, C. Thank you.